Hi everyone, welcome to another class of MBA CAT Fast Test. This is Shubham Jaiswal, and we will be continuing our journey of you becoming an impeccable RC solver for the examinations. Now, in the last video, when our topic was speed versus understanding, first we went through what is an understanding and how speed is achieved. Now, you have a given set of questions which might be roaming around, loitering in your mind, what to do when this, when that, when this, when that. So, don't you think we must understand before these questions again, what first we need to have when we look for an RC passage to get solved? Right, exactly, which I will be continuing now. What do we actually want to solve the passages in the least possible time? See, now certain things which we will be requiring to solve the RC passages in the fastest way or in the least possible times, you will need to tell your mind. Say, when your mind already knows what it wants, the getting the things becomes much easier. So, the certain things which we will be requiring at if and when you understand something, you could be quick in going through from it. Some things easy comes, you must be fast at it. This is the first thing your mind will want. Another, if you don't understand what instructions you should have for your mind, again, this is another important aspect of thinking or the point of conflicts rises in the examinations. If the passage is incompatible with your understanding, what must be done? Now, a habit to solve in timeout, you must have a habit, mind must develop a habit to solve the passages in time bound and to develop memory power to retain the details of the passage or questions. Now, I think you will agree with me that these are the four things which are minimum required to solve the RC passages in the examinations. The better you get hold of these things, better and quickly we will be solving the passage in the examinations. Now, since there are four things which we will want, and this is not a Pentinet like four problems, one solutions. So from here, the four problems will have four solutions, and you would be expected to follow them sincerely, and you will be getting the results as per it. See, now let me show it. Exercises are for being better. For each of the four things which we want, there will be an individual exercises. Let's say you go to the gym, for each muscle you train differently. You cannot do for a limited number of exercises and you expect to be getting where you want. So for exercises, we will be discussing for being better. See, first, you need to practice something easy, very easy for fast reading. You let's say you have a brother and sister, small brother and sisters, which are younger, who may be 6th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 12th. Just grab the book and just start it reading or read some very easy stories, fables, and you can find it online as well. What will happen with these exercises that your mind will be able to understand this if the things goes easy. Now here you will be getting the concept of skimming and scanning. When the things are easy, your mind will have a practice to go faster, faster, faster. Now, so here you will have a practice of skimming and scanning as well. When some difficult or logical, philosophical, historical, or biological passages for better understandings. Now, this is what everyone suggests, and you must follow that as well. Ki go through Aeon essays, Guardian, Atlanta, and all the other things which challenges your reading. So, in CAT also the passages are somewhat tough, which will challenge your reading. So, when you will read from the other sources, and this will help you to decode the meaning of the sentences and connecting the two sentences, the whole passages together. Okay, so this will enable your mind in that particular way. Now, continue solving practices for time bound. Do not skip if you are just following step two. Most people usually try to do this, just they practice. We are still not practicing for time bound, and we are hoping that in if we have a better understanding, we will do better in the examination. That won't happen. Why? Because you still have not practiced for the time bound test. Okay. Now, another thing is read any 10 sentences or 10 numbers daily for strong retentions. Now, what I mean to say from here is open 10 tabs or open 10 books or open 10 different topics. Read the topic from first, read the topic from second book, read the topic from third book, or 10 numbers. Here it means 10 mobile numbers. Scroll your contact and go through 10 mobile numbers and try to recall it daily. I am not saying you that you will be able to do it on the first day, 10th day, 15th day, possibly not even 20th day, but you are forcing your mind to remember the details from the things which are unknown to you. Okay, so this will help you perform better. And let's say if you want me to how much time it will take, it could take you the whole day. It looks like this. See, practicing the fables, you can practice 2 fables daily or 2 summaries for the first one. So it won't take you hardly 10 minutes. Some difficult logical, philosophical, historical puzzles. Now this will take you 40-45 minutes of your day, right? So that will be good. And now for the third, continue solving practices for time bound. This will again take you half an hour. And the another fourth is read 10 sentence. You can do it at freebie times. It's not necessary you will need to sit and revise this. Whenever you get free, you can do it. And see, it's the need, basically it's your need, so you need to do it. You can't say that I don't want to practice and I want to get a good result, right? Getting, so if you want something, you will have to work for it. Now, what are the benefits from these exercises? What your mind will learn from it: when you practice something easy very fast, it will develop a habit to go faster in the RC passages, in the examinations as well, when it understands something. In second case, it will try and to understanding which everyone suggests you directly, try understanding logically and become reasonable to gain greater amount of information by asking more questions to self, like why. See, when you will be reasonable reading, you do a reasonable reading, you will of course, when a sentence is completed, you will ask why. When another sentence is joined, you will see how the second sentence is connected to the first sentence, and this is called a reasonable reading. Okay. Now, when in the third case, you so that the mind isn't threatened when the time factor is involved, similarly, very easy. But the things is you need to practice it again. And in the last, so when you practice 10 sentence or 10 numbers daily, so that anything you read in passages or you saw the question before the passages could be retained in the mind. This is a very vital point. So that if you have the capability to retain the details which you have learned from the passage or the questions, you won't need to go to the passage again and again. So my suggestions is you need to practice all the four exercises equivalently well, not only practicing only one exercises. Let's say you practice only second or third or fourth, you are lefting other threes. Let's say you have a strong retention power and you have not practiced the difficult logical puzzles. You will be challenged in the examinations when you will have differential reading. Similarly goes for you select anyone and the rest three, if you try to skip, they will create trouble for you, right? Moving ahead. Now, coming back to the questions which were in the screens or at first, how to improve the understanding of the RCs. First, being reasonable for every line of passage means avoid skimming, skipping. See, when you do not understand the passage, you avoid skimming and skipping. But when you understand the passage, your mind will automatically skim and skip. This you will learn when you will be learning fables. I told you this. When you will be going through something easy, your mind will automatically do that. So you have already controlled your skimming and skipping. Now, what's the right way to approach RCS questions? As per my suggestions, first you must read the questions. If you have a strong retention detail, you will get the data from the question, and when you will be going through the RGs, that data will be highlighted in your mind, and you could directly solve one or two questions before ending the passages. That will help a lot. Now, how to solve an RC fast? Following other exercises, following the exercises suggested, I have already told you. If you practice daily, then you will be good at it. Could single passages get solved in 7 to 8 minutes? Definitely, of course. Why not? See, Usain Bolt can run 9.58 seconds, but on the first day, if it would have been asked what will be your timing, he would have said maybe 12 seconds or 11 seconds would be good. But the practices have can lead the way which we cannot imagine as well. How to effectively retain the details from RC's questions. Again, the basic exercises, 10 numbers exercises and or 10 sentences from different topics I suggested would do the trick. If the answer of all this question is practice, how to practice that in the highest possible effective way. Again, all the four exercises I have suggested, if you follow it for just 15 days, you would be definitely seeing the result on the 15 days. And not only 15 days, even in the third day, you would be seeing that you have improved a lot of things in the RC passages. Uh, so now this is a chart we draw on the first session. Remember, so in the next session, I will be showing you key when it is an how to read the passages for an advanced beginner, which means when the passage is difficult to comprehend, or when it is an intermediate, when the passage is relatively easy to comprehend, and what to do and how to read the passage when it is you are at proficient level, which means the passage is completely easy or the little effort is required to understand the passages. Again, I will try to highlight is the classification is based on understanding of the passage as always, and not on the speed. So I hope the learning helps you. We would be continuing our journey of yours becoming an impeccable RC solver in the next video. Thank you for watching.